Hey everybody, Doll with a Dollar here, and we are leaving on our trip to Disney World in 5 days. So definitely be on the lookout this week for a bunch of Disney themed videos. I kind of wanted to get some of these done a little bit before now, but the time has just gotten completely away from me. Like, I am shocked that our trip is this soon. I was thinking the other day, I was like, oh, I need to get an oil change, and then I realized tomorrow is the only chance that I have to do it, because we will be leaving Saturday as soon as my husband gets off of work. So the plan for this week is I'm going to be making a DIY video for you guys today to show you some of the things that we'll be making for our trip that will save us some money from buying things whenever we get over there to Disney World. Two, I will be showing you guys like a what's in my park bag video so you guys can know what I take in the parks. I might do a pack with me video so you can see just what we pack in general. We will also be showing you guys some snacks that we make. We are going to be on the Disney dining plan, but we do like to have some extra snacks in the room at night for late at night. Because we usually use our snack credits for the drinks, because Starbucks tends to be like the best snack credit value for there. And since we don't really eat breakfast, Starbucks has always just typically been like the snack credit that we use during the day. We will be packing some extra foods and things too, like Pop-Tarts and stuff for my little boy for breakfast time. But we will be making some Disney themed snacks to take with us, so I'll plan on making a video about that too. So we have lots and lots of things planned for you guys this week, especially if you are planning a vacation of some sort. And a lot of these things can be used even if you aren't going to Disney World or whatever, or just go to like any trip. So I'm going to be sharing a lot of my practical tips and things that I've learned through the several trips that we've taken. I think this is our 7th trip in the past like 3 or 4 years. So we have a lot of tips for you guys that we've lived and learned. So today we're going to be making some DIY projects. So let's get started and I'll show you the projects that we're going to do. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be making is an autograph book. On my son's, I think it was his first trip to Disney World, we bought this autograph book and went through and got all of the autographs, because at that point he was like 6 months old, and so there wasn't a whole lot that he could really ride and enjoy, but he liked looking at like the shows and meeting the characters and things like that. So we bought this autograph book on his very first trip, and I've taken the price sticker off, but I want to say it was like, you know, $18 or something like that. But this is a pretty good book. I really do like it because it has spots for pictures, and it has spots for signatures and little descriptions and stuff. So I don't know if you can see this, but like the pen that came with it, we've since lost the pen. Since it's blue ink on blue paper, it's really, really hard to see. So spending $20 on this, and you really don't even get that great of a pen. But I do like the book because you can put pictures, and then they can autograph right by it. Now later in this book we met Rafiki, and he had a Sharpie, so Sharpies definitely work better. So our plan is to take an autograph book with us this time with a Sharpie, because they're chunky enough that the characters don't have really any trouble holding them, and then you can see the signatures a lot better. So I kind of wanted to replicate this, because to me, when I was a kid, I had an autograph book that just had places for signatures. But I really like the idea of having a picture nearby that shows you meeting the character as well. So what I did was I went to the Dollar Tree and I found this photo album, and it holds 48 4x6 photos. So my thought is we have enough room in this book to meet 24 characters, so we can put a picture on top and a signature on bottom. So I'm going to show you guys how we're going to make this. So this project is super, super simple. You're just going to need a photo album, and like I said, this one came from the Dollar Tree. You're going to need some scrapbook paper, some scissors, and then any other decorations that you might want to decorate it with. So I'm choosing some Sharpies and some stickers. The first thing we're going to do is decorate the cover. And so what I did was I went on my phone and I found a free Disney font. Now, if you don't want to freehand it like I'm going to be doing, you could always print this out. There's plenty of Disney font generators and things like that where you can just print them out and use them however you wish. You could probably even use sticker paper or whatever. But since I'm on a time crunch and I have a lot of projects I need to complete before this week is over, I am just going to be freehanding the Disney font. So all I'm going to do is the cover of the Dollar Tree photo album slips right out, and this is going to be our template for like the whole thing. I picked this blue, although they have lots and lots of patterns there. However, you could even like buy some Disney scrapbook paper or whatever and then use this as a template and replace that for the front, and then it would be even so much simpler. But I don't really have time to go to the craft store because the craft store is like 30 minutes from me, and then each Disney piece of craft paper is somewhere between like $1 and $2. So I'm just going to use what I have and decorate the cover, and both the front and the back remove, but I'm only going to worry about the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to freehand my little boy's name in the Disney font, and then I'm going to decorate with some of the Disney stickers I have. So for my cover, I had these Disney stickers already. These came from Walmart, and I had them a while. I bought them, I think it was like $10 for the pack, and it comes with a lot of these like restickable Disney characters, and I think it came with like 5 or 6 sheets of them, and I've used them to decorate Gavin's wall, his bathroom. I've used them for several things, and I still have some pieces left. So what I'm going to be using is this little black Mickey head right here, and I'm just going to stick it in the corner, kind of off-centered a little bit. Smooth it down. And then I'm just going to write his name. Next step is to make your signature pages. As I said before, my photo album is from the Dollar Tree and holds 48 pictures, but we will only be needing 24 sheets of scrapbook paper because 24 of the pages will actually be pictures, and then the other 24 will be for the signatures. So I am taking some of my collection of scrapbook paper that I already had. Like I said, you can buy Disney themed papers at like Michael's and Hobby Lobby and Joann's and all of those kinds of places. But again, I don't want to spend that much money for signatures, so I'm just picking some of my more brightly colored patterns. So to reduce paper waste, I ended up just picking 3 different patterns that I really liked. I went with kind of a primary color feature of red, yellow, and blue, and I am just folding the paper in quarters. I'm going to trace this on these, and then I'll cut it out and I'll Okay, once you have all of that done, it's time to put your book back together. So I'm just going to slip my cover right back in the front, and again, you can customize this as little or as much as you would like to. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go through and put your scrapbook pages in on the bottom, because the top piece will be where your pictures are. And once your scrapbook is done, all your papers are in and everything, all you have to do is take out one of your scrapbook pieces that you cut from your album and put it on top. give the character your marker, let them sign, and then you slide it right back in. And then whenever you get home and print all of your pictures, you can find the correlating character. Let's say Goofy signed right here. You can go find your picture of Goofy, put it in, and you're good to go. Okay, for this next project, we're going to be making some personalized water bottles. And I got these water bottles at the Dollar Tree. They are BPA free for $1. And I got one for each of us. So there's a pink one for me, a green one for Keith, and a blue smaller one for Gavin. Now, this project is a little bit more time consuming, but it's just as easy. So what we're going to be doing is making our water bottles have our names. We're going to be personalizing them with our names on them with the Disney font. Now, if you're like me and you do not have a Cricut, you can still buy the vinyl at craft stores and use an X-Acto knife like I'm going to be doing. However, I don't really recommend buying the vinyl at craft stores because you're going to be paying like $10 for one sheet. Now, you can get a 40% off coupon and get it for around like $6, so that's a little bit better deal. But I bought a whole bunch of vinyl on a website online. You can just do a Google search because there's tons and tons of websites that do this, where you can buy vinyl sheets like this, like 10 for $10. So they end up being like $1 a sheet. And I did that because I have a friend that has a Cricut. Of course, he's not able to help me this week to do this project. Otherwise, I could just get him to cut it out and put them on the bottles myself. But since he is not around, I will be doing it this way. However, if you don't want to buy vinyl sheets, I have seen a girl on YouTube that has done this using just plain white computer paper and some Mod Podge. However, I don't know if the Mod Podge will hold up in the dishwasher, and I know these vinyl sheets will. So that's what I'm going to be using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Sharpie and I'm going to write our names on this vinyl, and you won't be able to see it very much since I'm using black on black, but I'm just going to be writing our names in the Disney font, and then I'm going to cut them out with an X-Acto knife. And this is where the time consuming part comes in. It's not very hard, it's just time consuming. Okay, after you get it cut out, you just carefully peel it up. And then I use my X-Acto knife to kind of help separate it from the backing. And be very careful because it is very, very sticky. And then you just line it up where you want it on the bottle. And stick it on. These were actually pretty easy and really did not take as much time as I thought they would. And from a distance, they look pretty decent. Now, obviously, if you have a Cricut, they will look much better. Or if you print them out on regular paper, cut them out, and use Mod Podge, they might look a little bit better too. But for a free-handed cutout letters, I think they look pretty good. And Disney parks have water fountains all throughout the park, and you can also ask for free water at the counter service restaurants. So it's a good way to save money because it's so hot in Florida and you walk so much in Disney World that you're going to get thirsty. And rather than pay like $3 for a bottle of water or some kind of drink, you can fill up your own water bottles for free at the water fountains. And if you don't like the way the water tastes, you can take some like Mio drops or Kool-Aid mix-ins or something like that to help make the water taste better for you. But this is going to save you so much money by using these Dollar Tree BPA free plastic water bottles. Our next DIY project is also very, very easy. You've probably seen before on Pinterest or YouTube or whatever, where people customize their charging blocks, especially if there are members in your family that have the same kind. I've seen people that have painted them with nail polish. I've seen people who've used duct tape and washi tape and all kinds of things to decorate these little wall blocks. However, since we've been playing Pokemon Go and stuff, our phones have been draining way quicker than normal. And since we'll obviously be playing in Disney World, I wanted to have a little power bank that can help extend my battery life. Now there are like wall outlets throughout the parks, especially if you sit down to eat. You can sit there for a little while and charge your phone while you're eating, but whenever you're on the go, it's great to have something like this, because even if you don't play Pokemon Go, you'll be in the parks for a while walking around, and if you take pictures or videos or checking the Disney app or whatever, you're going to be draining your battery. I bought this pocket juice from Walmart. I think it was $4.88. But I'm not the hugest fan of the color pink, but even if I was, I would still probably customize this thing for Disney World. So we are going to be decorating this for Disney World. We're going to be turning it into like a little Mickey Mouse. Now, again, I will be using my vinyl. However, you can use whatever you have on hand. You can use plain paper and tape, or you can use duct tape. Duct tape would be very, very similar to this. You could use washi tape, you can use nail polish, whatever you have. But again, since I'll have this already, I'll be using that. However, if I had duct tape, I would probably use that as well, because it would probably be easier. So the first thing I'm going to do is to measure out how tall my pocket bank is. And it's about 3.5 inches tall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the top part of it black and the bottom part of it red to be like Mickey Mouse in his pants. And I'm just going to mark with my X-Acto knife where 2 inches is. And then I'm going to measure that out a little bit more. And then I'm going to connect those lines with the ruler and cut a straight line. And then I'm just going to peel it off of the backing and stick it around my pocket juice. And then I'm just going to cut off the excess. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the red for the bottom. Okay, I'm lastly going to use my hole puncher to punch out 2 white circles and then stick them onto the front of the bank. So please excuse the background noise. My little boy's in here with me now and he's watching a movie. But I have a couple more DIYs to show you. I've got one more walkthrough DIY for you guys, and then I've got a couple of like little bonus ones. And I almost didn't show you this last one because I've watched a lot of these videos myself, and I wanted to do some things that were kind of unique for you guys that like, for example, most of the videos I see always do like some kind of shirt, and they always do Mickey ears. So I wanted to do some things for you guys that were really practical, that you could take to the parks and use, that were really inexpensive, because a lot of these things too that some people make are more expensive than if you just bought the things there. So I wanted to do some really inexpensive practical things for you guys that not everybody in the world is doing. If you want to make Mickey ears, you can by all means make Mickey ears. There's lots and lots and lots of videos out there about that. However, I'm not a huge headband person, and you can buy like Mickey ears hat things at Disney World for like $15, because we always get Gavin a pair when we go. That's just kind of the thing that we always get for him. So I didn't want to worry with like making the headbands and stuff, but if you would like to customize your own Mickey ears, then there are tons of videos and tons of Pinterest pins about it, as well as a lot of t-shirts, which is why I almost didn't show you guys this. But I decided I had the shirts already. I have 2 shirts, one for my husband and one for my little boy. Both are thrifted, both are green, so I thought it would be really cute to make them some matching shirts for our trip. So I'm going to show you guys how to make this bleach resist t-shirt, and then I'm going to show you a couple of bonus DIYs. And then that'll be it. So for this DIY, you're going to need a t-shirt. Like I said, I'm doing 2 of them because I just so happen to have 2 blank green t-shirts. One for my little boy and one for my husband. And you're also going to need some scrapbook paper. You're also going to need some circles to trace. I've got various sizes because I'm going to make a smaller Mickey head for my little boy's shirt and a larger Mickey head for my husband's shirt, because if I use the tiny one on my husband's shirt, I don't think it would look right. You're going to need something to trace the circles with, and you're going to need some scissors. So you're going to start out by tracing your circles in a Mickey head shape on your scrapbook paper. For my little boy's shirt, I'm using a small, like, dessert type bowl and a little cap off of a water bottle. Okay, now I'm going to cut that out. Next, you're going to put something underneath your shirt. I put a gift bag under my little boy's because when you spray it with the bleach, you don't want it to soak through to the other side. And then you're going to place your template where you want it to be, and then you're going to spray it with some bleach. So I have a couple of more items to show you guys, but I didn't do a walkthrough thing because they went kind of right along with some of the things that I already did, and they were really just honestly so simple that they only took a few seconds to do, but I thought I would show you guys to give you some ideas anyway. The main part of all of this is to just like use what you have. You don't have to spend a lot to get the things that you need. Most of my items today I either already had or they came from the Dollar Tree. So I really did not spend very much money on these items. So for my first little bonus thing, I've had this first aid kit box for a while. I think they're only like $1 at Walmart. I know they have them at Dollar Tree as well. This is the Johnson & Johnson one, but I just keep refilling it with things that we already have. So I have some actual Mickey Mouse Band-Aids in there. I know you can't see them. There's also some like alcohol wipes as well as a piece of gauze. But I decided to decorate it a little bit for our trip just so that it does have a little Disney flair if we happen to need anything out of the first aid kit. I already had these Mickey Mouse stickers. I used 6 of them from this page on here, but I've already used some of these stickers before, but I've had these a while already, and so I just used what I had. So this project was essentially free since I already had all of this stuff. This next thing I'm actually pretty excited about because it gets really, really hot in Florida, and since we're going in September, it's still really, really hot. And they sell like squirt fans at Disney World for like $15 to $20. Now we did find a little squirt fan at Goodwill for $2 that we'll be taking with us. But we also found these like fans at the Dollar Tree, and they're just like plain colors. I think they do have some with designs, but I thought that I would turn mine into a Disney fan for $1. So this is what I did. We actually had this like Mickey and Friends sticker that we got at a flea market one time for like 25 cents. And you know how like whenever you peel a sticker off, like the backing, the background is usually a sticker too? And that's the same case with this one. And the top of it just so happened to be Cinderella's castle. So what I did was I cut a long strip of what was left over from this, and I wrapped it around the fan just like I did with the battery charger thing. And I used my X-Acto knife to trim around the battery cover so that you can still remove the cover and put batteries in. And yeah, it just turned out really cute. It's a purple fan with a Disney castle on it, and then I put a little purple star that I already had as well. And you can wear this thing around your neck with the lanyard that came attached. So I thought that was really great for $1 and using stuff that I already had. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it inspires you to make your own things before you go on a trip. Because you can get away really cheaply and save your money for something that you really want or really need. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. I have some more Disney videos coming up to prepare you guys for you know, like what to take to Disney World and all that kind of stuff. So please subscribe if you want to see those videos. Thank you guys for supporting me. I love you so much.